Adeyemi.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Rebels will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Miami's offense will go on the attack first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week.
Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team, a pretty minimal gain on that return. So Ole Miss offense will have its first possession of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off. And even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him somewhat.
To the air on first down. Lets it fly. Found the spot in the defense. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Timeout, Miami.
The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room, it's Lacey. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They want to throw it. Trying to barrel in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Knocked down behind the line for the 2nd straight play, bringing up a 3rd and lots of work to do. Taylor wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football. I tackle him on the ground, and I force the 4th down.
Can they finally get in on 4th and goal? They'll send the back in motion. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Moving out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Gilbert. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freeze the 2nd level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. The Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Hurricanes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He might want another play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Miami!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most important...
Oh, he's got some some space. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So first down here as they go back to work. Taylor wants to throw. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Rebels in the hurry up. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They go to the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a couple catches in this game.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good...
There he goes! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Catch in the middle. It's sticky. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Reeves. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking for space. It's Lacey. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. They're going to ride this running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Under fire. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Taylor wants to throw it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Rebels will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes a move. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Makes one man miss.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And the Canes come to the line trying to fight. 3rd and very short. Quick strike complete. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They'll immediately call timeout. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
The Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Taylor wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Lacy. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got a man. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running in, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
And the Canes come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This is
It's like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He breaks a tackle, breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Taylor wants to throw it. Rush is on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
Bringing the heat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Trying to get the corner. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people...
Turning it on! Got enough for the 1st down. Touchdown, Hurricanes! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the returner goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, baby.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Offense in a bunch formation. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line. And the Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. While they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. It is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Guys, this